The audio in this recording unfortunately was tampered by Moloch. Our archivers apologize for the inconvenience in your viewing pleasure. Also, for some strange reason, Discord really wanted to make sure a mic wasn't present, and we apologize for this. Please enjoy the video. Thank you. Once more. Also, thank you, Ko, for saving this archive. Whoa.
He's into the whole like.
I mean, if somebody told me to be quiet, I wouldn't. They were just.
They didn't like DM you and say like,
No,
"Hey,
not at
this is
all.
Dev Call."
What's going
I am.
on?
It's a really sleepy day to me, yo. I feel
Oh,
the energy
bro.
of all of you. I feel recharged.
Yeah.
But it's so cold here. Really, really cold.
Oh, man.
I'm freezing, man.
You're just
I'm
getting
on
the
my
cold?
blanket. I'm on my bed, man. No, I don't have a cold. It's like it's
No.
freezing.
I mean, you're just getting the cold weather.
Yes,
Yeah, it's the
but
Southern Hemisphere, man.
Yeah.
The weather's all upside down. Well, right
I
side
know.
up. Or
yeah, I don't know what is
whichever way.
happening. I just some days ago I read it that we are going to get really distant from the sun till March. So we are going to have like a 60% more cold, and I can feel it, like
Yeah.
really, really frozen right now. Happy to see you guys today.
Yeah, you too, man. It's good to hear you,
Yeah.
man.
Hey,
I'm going to do my mochi now, Boogie.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Let's get it. Yeah, bro, like that's a pretty cool thing, Mochido game. It's like oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's you feel obligated to do it because it's like it's a team effort, right? I didn't really realize that team members got penalized, but that's good to know, you know. So it's like now I'm
just a
now I'm
smaller
incentivized.
slash.
Yeah, but now I'm like incentivized to be like, yo, let's teamwork. It's like kicking that teamwork module into effect. Which is good. It's
Exactly.
nice. It's like a
That's what it's
subconscious trigger. I love it. I love Mochi
Yeah,
game.
that's what
Yeah.
it's about. It's not just about keeping myself on task. It's about keeping
Yeah.
my team on task.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm really glad you like it because I want to implement it for Mulluck Digital.
Yeah, bro. That's a
And
vibe.
I'm working with the Mochi team to.
Hey.
So first, we're going to roll it out like normal, like it's created already
Mhm.
for the Mulluck Digital team. And then once our team's kind of used to using it, we've done a journey together at least. I'm working with the Mochi team to create our own experience for our community for Mulluck Cloudship, where the Mulluck Digital team, but we do our bond with Mochi for the whole project for Mulluck Cloudship, and then our team curates a list of tasks that we need to get done, and then the community has the opportunity to bond with each task to support that task getting done first. So it's kind of like a voting system, but they're also committing to a supportive role in that task. So Mulluck Digital would be doing the heavy lifting, and the supportive tasks would just kind of help us out with small stuff. And everybody gets to earn together.
That's what I like, man. It's all about. I love it, man. Like, just I haven't even like fully grasped what's actually happening, but I'm just trying to stay consistent with reporting and getting the team reporting and stuff. But
here's the thing about getting flashed too. It's not a fully negative consequence, I've realized. Your commitment is saying, I'm going to do this task, but the other commitment is, if I don't pick up this task,
yeah,
I'm going to drop money on it so that others can at least get paid to do it. So part of that slash, when that slash happens, that ETH drops into our DAO wallet, into our Gnosis safe. So our DAO
Oh.
collectively earns any slash. Like if I don't do my job,
That's
well,
a vibe.
I'm committing to dropping that ETH into our community DAO treasury so that we can allocate those funds to someone else to get it done. Yeah,
like
it's
it.
a really
like
cool
it.
mechanism. And so slashing, I don't consider slashing necessarily a negative thing as much as I thought originally that it's just purely negative.
Yeah.
And that's just the incentive to
Beneficial.
keep everyone on task. Right.
Yeah.
But no, I realized no, that's a different type of a commitment. You know, if I commit to tweeting, you know, one tweet a week for the extent of this journey, every time I don't do it, I'm saying, hey, well, I didn't have the time or something came up in life where I couldn't commit to that commitment
Yeah.
anymore. And I don't even have to say anything. Automatically,
Yeah.
I've just paid for that task to get done by someone else.
It's like there's no need to like dish out an excuse or of some sort, something like
Yeah,
that type of. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
it's okay. Yeah, it makes it
Yeah,
more, to me, it makes it more
transparent.
light. It's like, that's all
Yeah.
right. You paid for it already, you
Yeah,
know?
you already committed. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's funny. I
Do
love
the
it, man.
job or don't. We're all happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Hey guys,
Yo,
how's it
welcome.
going?
Hey.
Happy
Hey.
Friday.
I love hearing you talking about how you are enjoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a really good week. I feel like productivity's up for me personally, just from like talking to Mochi and every day. It's vibes. I like it.
Yes, I want to jump in a team again.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots to team up and tackle.
Hello. You guys hear me?
Hey, can you hear
Hey,
me?
how's
Yeah.
it going?
Good. How is everyone doing?
Yeah, pretty
Great.
good,
How are
man. How about
you?
yourself?
Doing
Yeah.
pretty well.
Uh,
Thank
Drinking
you.
my morning coffee.
Hey, café.
I still haven't had my coffee yet. I've been
Tomar un
awake for a
cafecito.
while.
Oh, man.
I'm excited to have it.
Cafecito venezolano.
Cafecito.
Yeah.
Cubana coffee.
Should we wait for a few minutes, or let me know when I can start?
Yeah. So for the first 20 minutes, we're kind of just hanging out and talking about each other's mental health, what each other are working on, just kind of the fun community part of it. And then
Cool.
about 8 more minutes, we'll start it up with a presentation of Karma. Cami, thanks for adding that events calendar to the bridge building board. That'll be super helpful. And I love that it's already synced.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh yeah. I love organization.
Do you guys hear my new microphone? Is that better now?
So
oh
good.
yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah, you sound
so
amazing.
much
your
better.
voice is even different.
I know we had to call you the other day, and you were sounding so good on it. So I was like, "What happened?"
I didn't even recognize your voice, Cami.
Oh God.
Yeah, it really
Okay, we're
does
here
sound a
making
lot
progress.
better. Yeah.
Awesome.
Better communication, both
Great.
notions and voice.
Yeah.
So I've been getting a bit more into Panvala and collecting stamps. So I just collected my first stamps yesterday or the day before, and it was super simple, super cool. Just like most of the credentialing platforms like Guild and Crew and, all the ones where you're like, learn about this community or follow this Twitter and earn this NFT that says you learned about this. And the way Panvala does it is each one of their uh, stamps, they're calling it, like in other platforms it would be like a quest or whatever. Each one of their stamps, each one is sponsored by the community that you're learning about. So like one of them is there's a couple of them. Opolis is on there. And like, so when I go on to the Opolis stamps, I can collect each one of the stamps, and it shows you, if you do this, go follow the Opolis Twitter, you get one stamp, and that one stamp is worth this much money. And that much money represents the sponsorship from Opolis, which was matched by Panvala. And then everyone going on there collecting stamps, when you collect that stamp, when you're done collecting it, you mint it as an NFT. And when it's done minting or during the minting process, you're asked, who do you want to allocate those funds to? And so that stamp representing that amount of funds that was, sponsored in that pool, it could be $1, it could be $5, whatever they put in, then gets allocated to a curated list of communities that are seeking funding. So with Panvala, they've taken all of the Giveth projects that are verified. So like Metagame's on there, Mullet Cloudship is on there. They're already a part of the Panvala communities that you can choose from to send your funding to. And the next thing that I'm working on with this is to to sponsor our own stamps, both Metagame and Mullet Digital, Mullet Cloudship. And then everyone going on there collecting stamps gets to collect our stamps and get to know about our communities and get more engaged with our communities while getting to fund whatever community they want at the same time. So really cool program. I highly suggest everyone get on there. You don't have like the home page tells you like, you can join as a community, you can join as a member. You don't even have to join. You can just click on the stamps icon and start collecting stamps immediately. All you need is a Web3 wallet. And I will drop the link in the chat in case anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm going to start a quest chain for Mullet Digital, for Mullet Cloudship, that sends them to Panvala to collect stamps. And I think we should also make a quest chain for Metagame that sends them to go collect stamps. Just kind of like, maybe that would be a part of the patron quest chain, that they can help support Metagame in other means. Send them to Giveth, send them to Panvala, have them collect stamps and fund the community. Maybe even players can show that they did that and earn a little bit of XP. I don't know. Maybe that's counterintuitive. But yeah, loving Panvala so far. Moji and Panvala are making me happy lately. We're about 1 minute away and people are a little bit quiet. So I think it's a perfect time for us to, yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to share that we have a tweet.
Thank you.
Sharing it. And we are not going to start the activity till everybody retweets this. Take it for real.
Yes, I just dropped the tweet in the Townhall chat so everyone can share it.
Yeah, give it a like, give it a retweet.
We are not going to start the activity till everybody retweets.
See it.
I did my part. Keep reading.
Hey,
Come on,
Murthy.
guys. Give him some love. Give him some love. Yeah. So, Murthy, how would you like to be called? Mmurthy?
You could just say Murthy.
Okay, well, welcome to Metagame. We really appreciate you being here. If you don't mind, would you tell us a little bit about yourself before you get into karma?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me. And I've been following it for a really long time. It was finally nice to get in touch with him, and we were jamming on some reputation scoring or like application tokens or something, and then finally this conversation happened. So to quick background on myself, I've been I got into crypto in probably 2013ish, 2014ish. Came across, like a lot of people, I came across the Bitcoin white paper on Hacker News. Back then, Hacker News was like the go-to place for devs and the tech folks. So came across that, read the paper, surprisingly understood quite a bit of it. I was like really hooked by like, it was like such a unique, such a different concept. It was like so mind-boggling as a technologist, and the implications and just the idea of building an alternative financial system, which is just like fascinating. So I playing with Solidity, started building toy applications and started blogging, and then a lot of people like started showing interest in the blog, and they were asking for more content, how to build dApps, how to write smart contracts. So I started a website called Zastrin. It was one of the very first sites where you could actually learn to and decentralized applications. So I created a whole bunch of like videos, courses, and like I was doing that for a long time. So that's how I got started. And then over the years, I've built a number of applications, toy applications. I was a co-founder of another company in the not in the blockchain space. That's why I like fully dive into crypto space. But then after that company in 2020, late 2020 is when I got like fully 24/7 into crypto. I was always there, but it felt like this became full on. And then I got interested in DAOs, and then I started talking to a few DAOs, and then I was trying to figure out like how to contribute in, what should I do, and then who are all the people who work in these. Started looking that and then I couldn't find enough like much information, like who are all the team members, who are the core contributors, like thinking, should I build in sort of a thing for us? That's it. Like a reputation system for how I started. Last year, I think we've been iterating on the product, like trying to figure out like which is the pain point in the DAOs, and then today, as of today, like what we do is we build DAO tools for showing visibility, giving DAOs visibility to their contributors, which is like a really cool, because once you which automatically results in a little more. We have a few of them, and then we have like these different types of dashboards. One like a standard dashboard on our site, or a custom dashboard, which is like a white label site you can host on your own. This one. So here is an example of the Gitcoin. It's a dowstewards.xyz if anyone wants to go there. Oh, I don't have permission to post in this Townhall channel for some reason, but it's dowstewards.xyz is the site. You can see they have this score. In fact, this scoring algorithm was completely done by Gitcoin, one of the work streams. And all we do is we take that algorithm and like run it on the data we have. And then that's how the scoring is displayed. And then for each contributor, you can see their voting stats. You can search like how did they vote on certain proposals. And then we are also adding a feature to let these contributors add a voting reason, how they voted and why they voted in so and so way. We're doing that. They have like statement, like why they want to be a delegate in this case. So we also just recently, today morning, actually, we deployed like some big updates. You can log in as a contributor. You can enroll in this dashboard yourself. You can update your things, manage everything. So this is all the custom dashboard we have. And then on our site, we also have like your profile page where you can say like as a contributor, okay, I contribute to like these 4 different DAOs. These are all the stats. These are all the information about this one. These are all the things we have on the in the product today, and we are investing heavily in a lot of analytics, more analytics around how the contributors are like giving them more information, like how are they voting, what is their how many yeses versus nos are they voting on, and things like those. And also for the DAO to improve, we are also putting like adding stats like how many proposals were there, what was your voting participation like from the voting power, versus how many voters were there. We recently pulled some interesting stats about like how many proposals are impacted by whales. So 100 people voted yes, 2 whales came in and just said no and swung the proposal to their side. We pulled some stats for like some of the bigger DAOs recently. So we want to like display all of those on the dashboard. And then another interesting thing we did with all the DAOs who have delegation model is on Tuesday we tweeted out this analysis where we found that like 50% of the delegates who got like any tokens delegated to them like were like ghost delegates. They didn't even vote on those proposals, or they didn't vote on a single proposal. So how can we improve that? Like how can we surface this information to the DAOs and actually help them improve their governance? So these are all the like the things we do, and all of this starts by actually understanding who your contributors are, what they are doing. It all starts. That is the building block from where you can ask all kinds of questions and help improve. So this is all the things which we're building.
Yeah, so it's very interesting and awesome. I think we are, as far as I know, I think we are the community that is the closest to building what you're building.
Cool.
And we had a question in the chat that says, can you separate users and profiles in specific ways to encourage rate-specific habits and behaviors?
Separately specific. Can you elaborate on that question? I don't think I fully understand the question.
Hey, Piran, that was your question. Do you want to hop on and elaborate on that question?
Yeah, sure. So essentially my question is, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So essentially my question is, so what if I wanted to encourage like Twitter or rate Twitter activity for a certain kind of profile of person within the DAO, and then rate activity and governance and proposal activity as a different thing or as a different rate for a different kind of user profile? Can I like make lots of separate pieces? Like, I guess I'm wondering how you can kind of
Yeah.
use the system.
Yeah. So the way in our system, what like the way you could do is you can set up multiple dashboards for different use cases. So we're indexing all these contributions, and you can have a dashboard for social activity only, for example, which will only surface contributors who you want to like track their Twitter activity or like give them that. You can have a governance dashboard, which is only related to proposals and discussions on the forum specific to that. So you can have multiple dashboards. Underlying infrastructure is all the same. You index and do it, but how you aggregate it and surface it, that could be like split off.
Really awesome. Thanks, Apiran, for coming on and asking. Does anyone have any other questions right now? I actually have one myself. Do you have any of your use cases so far? Have they utilized SourceCred at all?
SourceCred, no. The thing is, we are actually kind of a we do a lot of the things which SourceCred does, like which is like indexing all these contributions and putting it together and scoring. Some of the DAOs are using us as a SourceCred alternative.
Right.
Was that your question?
Yeah, pretty much. I do recognize that you're more of a SourceCred competitor than an integrator, but you could also integrate SourceCred into your system, right?
Yeah. Can you? I'm curious, like because interestingly, the way at least I think about the whole ecosystem is like we're all like on the same team. There's no like competitor as such. If there is something which SourceCred like offers, which I could like easily tap into, and say, hey, like let's get SourceCred is really good at doing this. Let's just pull that and like show it, or we feed something into SourceCred, like we'll be more than happy to do that. We haven't had a use case like that yet.
Well, you could potentially here. We utilize SourceCred and Coordinate right now as our main tools for tracking all of our work here. But yeah, it'd be interesting to combine any. Yeah, we have another question from Pete. He's asking what communities are using both Karma and SourceCred, if there are any yet.
At least in the DAOs we work with, I don't think there are any. Oh, you know what? I know who does it. Nation 3. Nation 3 does. They use both. Yeah, Nation 3 use both SourceCred and our system. So they are pulling some from our system, some stats, and they also use SourceCred for a few things. At least that's what was like a month or 2 months ago. I'm pretty sure that's still the case.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's interesting to see the webs get woven together. That's kind of when it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
We like to call it co-opetition. So we're not necessarily directly competing, but it's a healthy competition where we cooperate and we compete in the same environment at the same time. I love co-opetition.
and improve both systems, right?
Yeah.
So you guys, is that right? Like you guys like have taken over SourceCred and managing it now? Is that right?
Yeah, we're utilizing SourceCred and Coordinate in a couple different ways. Like SourceCred is automating a lot of tracking for us with our GitHub, with our specific channels in our Discord for things that aren't automatically tracked already. We had been tracking our Notion, different things like that. And we've used Coordinate for other things that aren't necessarily being tracked, or we haven't built into our source credit system yet because it's maybe a bit more complicated.
Mm.
And so source credit kind of has been, an easier tool to work out some of the side projects that we do and allocate portion of our funds to those pools and then disperse them, as Coordinate works, which is a pretty simple and easy mechanism. Yeah, so does anyone else have any questions about karma? I'm surprised there's not more today. So, do you all also have like a payout system built into this?
We do not have payout system built in yet. That is a good question. The way, for example, Idle Finance uses our dashboard to reward. They do something called governance mining. So they give like top 5 contributors like a few tokens every month, and I think they're doing it. No, yeah, they definitely are doing it like manually. Like so, they look at they take the top 5 contributors from our system, like just verify that it's like there's nothing fishy, and then they manually like airdrop those tokens or like reward them. We don't have that system integrated. Like at some point we probably will. It's I'm like we'll probably use some system who does really well and integrate with them. Don't know which ones they are yet, but as of today we don't have that.
Yeah, and another question from our chat: how hard is it to integrate?
Um, Integration is pretty straightforward. Just a couple days if we already have those integrations. Like if you say like, oh, here is our voting contracts, so we just index it through the graph. Here is our forum link. Here is our like if we already have most of the integrations, like piecing it together for your DAO is like just a few days will work, and then the dashboard will be up and running.
Okay, so for someone like us, if we were to integrate this and test it out, it'll probably be pretty simple since we have most all of our stuff worked out already.
Yeah, I think so.
Very nice. And maybe for some of our developers that couldn't make it today, um, what is the tech stack that you all are utilizing on the back end of this?
Oh, it's all Node.js. It's everything is written in JavaScript, Node.js on the back end. Um, the front end is a React site, and all of the back end exposes the API. So people could build their own front ends, use it in different ways, download the data. So you could pretty much do anything our front end does. You could do it with the API. So all of those are exposed through API.
Okay.
That's the link. Thank you for posting.
Well, that's very cool. It seems pretty easy. You've already got a, built out API that can call pretty much everything that you all have built in already, right?
Yeah. And the another thing which we are like, which is in the roadmap is we want to fully like open source and like decentralize everything. I mean, that's the core reason like why we're in this industry. Like, I'm not like I don't like the whole Web 2 way of doing things. So we are like trying to figure out in stages, how do we start writing all of this data to chain or like somewhere, and then how do we um, like just open source all the code, or like how do we let people like easily validate, run it themselves, verify the stats. So those are all the things which we are thinking about, but like come in stages, I would say. The first thing we want to do is at least like put a lot of all of this data out on chain in some fashion. I don't know how, but
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I think our developers, if they want to review our video later on, they'll definitely appreciate that part. Thanks for sharing. Well, any other questions?
not. Yeah, like I'll be in the Discord like anytime if anyone wants to have any questions. Feel free to ping me. And again, really appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to present this, and hope we can work together on this in some fashion, and hopefully our tool can bring value to your community.
Yeah, sounds like fun. I really appreciate you presenting and appreciate what you all are building. Um, Obviously, everyone here in this call is someone who's passionate about what you're building because we're pretty much doing the same thing. Not quite exactly the same, but yeah, we're all just trying to slay Moloch. Building tools for better human coordination, for a more, you know, equal and fair world for all. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you all.
So, didn't get to talk to a few of you that hopped in, like Alcom, welcome. Inky, good to see you. That pretty much concludes our community call for the day, I believe. We can hang out and chat a little bit if anybody wants to, but yeah, that's the official. It was awesome.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Woo!
Time Ed. Yeah, that's what's up. See how easy that was, guys? Folks? He went and collected a Panvala stamp and immediately was able to allocate those funds to metagame. Awesome time, Ed. Good job. Appreciate that. Everybody can go fund for metagame for free and pick up Panvala stamp NFTs. Super easy, and learn about other really awesome communities. Some of them are actually our partners. Panvala is one of our guilds, one of our partners.
Along
Support
with
them and
Giveth.
us at the same time. Yeah, and Giveth. Yeah, it's all combined. There's quite a web happening that keeps getting further and further woven together, and it's becoming stronger and stronger. This is going to be exponential.
I can see it, and I feel that this evolution process I'm having with this integration of the Web3 we are seeing locally, locally in our perception, I mean, I think it's going to develop to manifest local impact this year, maybe even.
Yeah, I feel it. It's coming.
Woo!
Yeah, we need to fix the guest speaker permissions so that they can post in the town hall chat.
I'm going to check the stamps now.
Cool. And for everybody who's still on here, mmurthy Murthy posted in the Meta Square, said he doesn't have permissions to post in the town hall, but thanks everyone. It was great chatting with everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to talk about karma and the problems we were solving.
Thank you, Musashi, for hosting the activity and um, doing the general duties to plan these events.
The MetaFam.
Sorry, man, I had to step away for a hot minute. I'm back.
Yeah.
Looking forward, fam. Remember to do your mochi whenever team you are.
Do your reports.
Yep.
Do your report. Hold a vibe. Literally.
If you don't do
Now
your reports, the DAO thanks you.
keep in track. Keep it. If you don't do the reports, the DAO, the DAO thanks you. Yeah, it's good. The slash is not so bad here.
Yeah, it's not it should not be viewed as negatively as most of us probably initially view it. I didn't have time to do what I committed to doing because life, and instead I dropped money in the bucket, so you can go hire someone else to do it instead. It's cool. I love it.
Yeah. Even though it feels a pain when this bully got slashed yesterday, not to me, but yo,
Right,
he
you
got
felt the pain
slashed
for him.
like $12 for a
Yeah.
slash.
But that's the commitment, right?
Yeah, it's a game, and we decided to play it,
Yeah.
and I'm enjoying it because it's just another layer of external motivation. Sometimes what we receive externally is discouraged, so it's a win-win situation already. Yo, I would love to
Yes.
play a song today.
Yay.
I would love to play a song I never perform. Alas en mis pies. Wings on my feet. I will find the lyrics. It's a
Thank you.
medicine song. It's a beautiful song.
Masashi, did you ever have a chance to do that the lens thing?
I am turning it in this weekend.
Gotcha.
And
Thanks.
if any of you are on that list, or if you want to get on that list, shoot me a message. But when they get back with me, when they're all ready for mint, I'll ping everyone on that list and let you know to go get it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Go for it, Jose.